And I came to bring about the waves and what they can reveal to us, the countries that may be affected, the cities. Still, I will guarantee you that the gypsy's energy is shivering, so something powerful is coming, and it is not for a very distant future. It can't be for this year. And we are already finishing the month of August. So, I am apprehensive about what will come out of here, but the mentors said I need to bring this content today. So, let's go. They are from you. Are you nervous? I will choose 2 decks if there is a need. The Santa Sarah deck is always going to stay. I'm going to pick these. And let's see what this tsunami thing is. Another giant tsunami. What can happen? For people to be careful, I'm going to leave it aside for now. What message will our mentors of light bring us today?
Outra coisa, para você que vier com pitaco aqui, eu não falei, fique em casa se puder, assim, me expressei mediante a minha indignação com tamanha hipocrisia, por conta de candidato X ou Y. Eu me revoltei pelas pessoas, eu vi no meu portal, naquela época, uma senhora, eu não estou falando de usuária de droga, com seu netinho fuçando o meu lixo, é claro.
Why? I was outraged by the people. I saw in my portal at that time a lady, I am not talking about a drug user, with her grandson digging through my garbage. Of course, she had assistance. Still, I couldn't help her because she lived by collecting cans and was prevented from working like everyone else. So my anger is due to these people who lost their livelihoods that were prevented and treated as outcasts like bandits simply for wanting to put bread on the table. This is my anger, and I could not let it pass because I am not a coward. Gypsies are good, superb. He jumped, that's fine. If you jumped, it's because you want to stay. When a card jumps, but the gypsy peels when she has to peel. I hate injustice, I hate hypocrisy. Okay, it's locked, I get it. I already understand how to cut. Respecting spirituality. Whenever a card jumps off the table, I don't put it back in the deck. It's too far away, so people won't see it. Whenever a card jumps, what do? I leave it in the center of the game as the main card because, for some reason, some energy made it jump, that's a fact. But I think today I didn't place this camera very well. Maybe I put it too low, right? But I'm going to turn over all the cards for you, and if there's anything, I'll pull it a little more this way, a little more that way. Well, 9 cards of each deck, now I'll draw with another. Anything I can pull so that you can see better, right? I believe that not only me, I do not have time to stay on YouTube, nor do I watch my videos. For you to have an idea, I do a quick entry to see the comments on top of them, but I can't. I always have 2, 3, or 4,000 comments. I always have 2, 3, 4,000 comments. I can't do it. I don't even watch my videos. I don't watch them. Let alone YouTube. I don't have time. I wish I had, but I don't. It's appointments, the rituals on Saturdays, children, house, husband, animals. So, I don't have time, but I believe that others, not only psychics but other spiritualists, are talking about giving this warning here. I'm going to be exclusive. If this warning comes, it's because the Father in heaven wants you to protect yourselves, okay? And I'm very, very creeped out by this energy. I'll start coughing.
Eu vou começar a tossir.
You're filming, right? I'm looking at you. Well, maybe I'll have to take another one. Well, the game checks out, including repeat cards in both decks. The question is, isn't it always what I need to know when I shuffle hold this? If in fact, there are going to be giant waves at the confirmation level, of course.
Nível de confirmação, é claro.
And if tsunamis are coming,
Tsunamis.
and I asked where here the 29th house does not come with a woman, it came with Mother Nature, and is asking for caution for the house of the fox, the woman, and the fox.
A mulher
For that, the man came in the other one,
e para que o
but I'm not going to
homem veio na outra, né? Mas eu vou tirar esse aqui.
take this one so that the man has a lot of evil in him world still. It seems that people instead of progressing are regressing in wickedness. Not everything is as you want it as I want it. But evil on top of evil,
Maldade com seu próximo, maldade com o animal.
evil with your neighbor, evil with animals, evil in general. It's time to improve your heart, and hasn't something even greater happened through all that is
E não aconteceu algo ainda maior?
happening that we are already seeing our Mother Nature represented here by the lady giving signs in the world ship's house?
Apresentada aqui pela dama.
And there are things to come. We had a heat in Europe that we have never seen before, and we are seeing signs of her own.
Ou seja, tivemos calor na Europa, nunca visto. Estamos vendo sinais dos céus. Isso são sinais.
These are all signs that man needs to improve, and that spirituality is allowing him to regenerate before the most thoughtful things. As I mentioned, man unfortunately, only through the pain of death. With nature with the warnings debauch this gypsy.
Das Como eu mencionei, o homem
But there will be from September here both the birds and the stork and the gentleman came as a warning night stork birds and nature will warn.
espiritualidade, casa da lua.
That is when it comes to happen and evident that it comes from the seas. When it comes to happen,
No mundo inteiro vão acontecer
there will be many cuts in all directions to people making passage countries.
afirmação. O homem da brinca.
Here the key comes as the key of knowledge.
Debocha. Tá, cigana. Mas vai haver. Olha. A partir de setembro.
Nature will warn us that people will have time to run, depending on the place. I don't know what these repeated letters mean. I only know that they ask us to seek the key of knowledge.
Sonha, pássaros e natureza.
Open our ears to what is being said because there will be a tsunami from late September to early October,
Ou seja,
and this repeated 30 charts will hit many countries.
vem dos mares. Quando vier a acontecer, vai
Many countries, and I want to give you another general of
sentidos.
18 cards to see if the spirituality tells us something about the countries, the cities.
Países.
And why is this tsunami coming?
Enorme. Aqui
I'll take these two.
conhecimento.
BR and what they're going to say is that this will only be the first, and I've already said in other videos here I'm warning those who live in the electoral area,
Então, em setembro, eu não posso precisar
especially in front of the sea in Portugal. I've already made a video about this.
das cartas repetidas que
Seek refuge in high places.
eu só sei que pedem para nós a gente buscar a chave do conhecimento.
Because if this does not come to me and comes this year, I am seeing that in September it may be at the end of it. I cannot guarantee
Porque vem de tsunami, sim.
that it is at the end of it, but these repeated 30 houses I want my mentors, if they can, of course, if I have permission to do so, tell me.
E vai atingir muitos países.
The countries that will be through sensitivity through the cards, and this is the last video that I make warning about this.
Nos fala algo sobre os países, as cidades.
I don't want to become repetitive.
E por que que vem?
I just feel obliged to warn people because if the spirituality wants it this way is because many people have the right
Vem dizer
to save themselves,
primeiro.
save their animals. Well, it is the Vulcans.
Estou alertando que embora
What will it be?
principalmente em frente ao mar, em Portugal eu já fiz um vídeo sobre isso. Portugal tá nesse meio, hein?
There are Vulcans right there giving side. Many people have already said there is a volcano there giving a sign that will wake up. I do not know that I did not get anything, something so complex. I will have to have much wisdom to interpret.
No final dele. Não posso garantir que é no final dele. Mas essas repetidas casas 30 eu quero que os meus mentores, se puderem, claro, se eu tiver permissão para isso, me falem os países que serão, através da sensibilidade, através das cartas. E esse é o último vídeo que eu faço, alertando sobre isso. Não quero me tornar repetitiva. Eu só me sinto na obrigação de alertar as pessoas, porque se a espiritualidade quer assim, é porque muita gente tem o direito de se salvar, salvar seus animais. Vai ser um vulcão? O que será que vai ser? Tem vulcões aí, né, dando sinal. Muitas pessoas já disseram que tem vulcão aí, dando sinal de que vai acordar. Não sei, que não me saiu nada. Algo tão complexo, eu vou ter que ter muita sabedoria para interpretar.
Again the Mother Nature, again the house of the anchor, again the house of the sickle. Paths, again the bird.
Da âncora, novamente a casa da foice, caminhos.
Peter, this dog, again the house of the cross, the clouds, house of death, will betray much death, will have much death, be innocent, again the night comes to warn, will change the part of the heart, again the paths, again the fox, the cards, practically all repeated the house of the clouds. That will something coming, and it's not Vulcan house of clouds, something coming from the sky. That will bring destruction and death.
Se repetiram todas. Praticamente se repetiram todas. A casa das nuvens. Que vai algo vindo do céu. Então não é vulcão.
I always made it clear here that I don't see a meteor ending with the Earth, ending the planet, but through my game I can assure you use stones later, I'll take them out here. So as not to confuse you.
Acabando com a Terra. Acabando com o planeta. Mas mediante o meu jogo,
Something is coming from yours again to the anchor house.
11 pedras. Depois eu tiro aqui para não confundir.
Someone from yours. The other cards are the same. Something is coming from yours.
Algo vindo dos seus. As outras cartas são praticamente são as mesmas cartas.
It will hit the sea. And somehow, this first tsunami that is
Vai atingir o mar. E de alguma forma, esse
coming now is going to make a tremendous sweep.
virá agora vai fazer uma varredura tremenda.
I already predicted it, and now I understand.
Sobre peixe remo. Eu já fiz uma previsão sobre isso e agora eu tô entendendo.
The 17th house repeating itself as it did here, the warning.
Se repetiu aqui. Era um aviso.
Again Mother Nature, again the birds, again the 17th house,
Novamente a casa 17.
Again, Mexico will be the first country and it will be heavy tsunami.
Primeiro país. E vai ser pesado. Tudo ali que ronda
The Atlantic Ocean, the country. They will be hit. I have already made a video about Portugal also, and I think I also said about other countries like Canada, Florida, Brazil.
como Canadá, Flórida, Brasil.
Brazil will be heavily hit
Tudo também.
also up to the coast.
Litoral paulistano.
Polyester, I don't know, I can't specify with the property being the same proportion as other countries. I want to be sure of what I am talking about. But that is exactly what I feel.
Mas é exatamente isso que eu sinto.
England, Morocco, but the main thing is that it will start with Mexico. This here is in the way of people. Home 22 and Home 22 we have already asked, is it?
Ou seja, Portugal já falei, né? Vem dos seus. Isso aqui que tá no caminho das pessoas, casa 22.
In the other game, the alert house won the house of the abuse.
No outro jogo, o alerta, casa 1. A casa da raposa. Porque as pessoas
Let the people be prudent and listen to the warnings of spirituality.
avisos da espiritualidade.
Something is going to come from yours that will cause a rumble in the seas.
Nos mares.
And it'll start with Mexico.
Começar pelo México. E vai ser muito pior do que qualquer coisa.
And it will be much worse than anything the event that anyone can have seen talking until today, and this tremor will travel around the world in several countries.
Vai percorrer o mundo.
As I mentioned here, is not the only one.
Não é o único, hein? Não é o único. Então o tsunami vai virar pro
So the tsunami is to live there. Pro-Brazil, turn progressive northeast, open your eyes south to SA.
Aliás, eu sinto que toda a área litorânea do Oceano Atlântico todo
Matter of fact, I feel that all the coastal area of the Central Atlantic are loyal and faithful to your faith,
principalmente protejam
but mainly protect your animals that unfortunately I see even children leaving. I knew that this game would be very difficult for me. Is the cut here and is
difícil para mim, é o corte aqui.
punishment that gypsy I do not see as punishment, because in any card here speak to me is punishment, and yes, part of what really has to happen for human beings.
Que realmente tem que acontecer pro ser humano. Eu já falei da
I have spoken of the fox, the house 26, the new page of life that is.
raposa sendo feita
The cleaning being done on Earth
da terra.
to save the planet Earth in this transition towards regeneration for the human being, to change the concepts and especially the feelings their heart knew house again confirm is not
Humano é setembro.
September and from September and from this time, and is this your hind?
E é esse ano, hein?
I'm not predicting something, and not even they would allow me to make a video with this impact if it was not something brave.
Se não fosse algo breve.
How I want to be wrong in this interpretation of mine, in what I am feeling here, because I
Nervosa com esse vídeo,
am nervous with this video. The energy makes me nervous because I see destruction, I see buildings falling, I see businesses, I see people this kind, I see people losing their homes.
Oi, Tigo. Esse não é Radija, esse é Tigo. Eu vejo pessoas perdendo vocês, cara.
But now you know the writer is bringing here, the gentleman is
Trazendo aqui
bringing the message. It is going to happen. I don't know what the scientists say about the possible tsunami in Brazil. but it will happen and with proportions no one will escape, and it is not the first.
Mas vai ter. E com proporções.
But in relation to what I saw there and what I felt about Mexico, especially Mexico, that fish paddle really came as a warning of something terrible that is about to happen there.
O que eu senti,
I want to be wrong in, especially Mexico.
principalmente o México.
That fish paddle really came as a warning of something terrible that is about to happen there.
Algo terrível que está para acontecer ali. É o que eu falei, eu quero estar errada na minha previsão.
I want to be wrong in my prediction,
Vamos orar. Porque ninguém, nenhum de nós, está seguro, não.
but let's pray because no one of us is safe. This is going to be a tremendous
Por conta de algo que vem do céu. E vai ser refletido no mar.
bullet in the world because of something that comes from the sky and will be repeated in the sea.
Um terremoto? Não sei. Eu não vejo algo de vulcão. Mas é algo que vai acontecer logo. E é por isso que a espiritualidade superior me permitiu fazer esse vídeo hoje. E o que nós fizemos? Além de oração, cigana. Se você pudesse, você mora na área litorânea, nas beiradas ali do Oceano Atlântico, seja o país que for, e puder sair fora, sai.
Besides the gypsy prayer, if you live in a coastal area on the edge of the Atlantic Ocean, whatever country you live in, and you can go out, you know, take your animals with you, if possible, the animals that you have to carry.
Forma mais complexa.
The greening of the land in a more complex way is going to start in a short time. And many people will be strongly affected in many countries as I mentioned here.
Fortemente atingido.
Good people, this was our video today.
Eu mencionei aqui.
Please do not forget to leave your like, share this important video.
Deixar o seu joinha, compartilhe esse vídeo, importante. Se as pessoas não quiserem acreditar,
If people do not want to believe if the gypsy is wrong, even better, but give shelter to people, your family members who live near these areas so that they can protect you.
pessoas, seus familiares que moram próximos dessas áreas, para que eles possam te proteger. Procurem áreas altas.
Look for high areas is the only way to protect yourself. Let's take care of ourselves, our neighbors, and say many prayers.
do próximo. E vamos fazer bastante oração.
You make this channel grow and you give me strength to even through my difficulties because I am also a mother and I face countless them. I'm managing to come here twice a week for our meeting, okay?
Abalo da história no mundo. Bom, eu preciso, por favor, de sugestão.
So that this doesn't come in the proportion that the gypsy saw here, because if it does it will be one of the worst or maybe the worst in the history of the world.
De colocar nos comentários.
Sunday will now bring an unpublished video with the theme you ask for.
Vídeos críticos.
So, don't forget to put in the comments if you want free reading and suggestions for videos, constructive criticism, and polite. Why not, right?
E você
You make my channel.
forças para mesmo mediante as minhas dificuldades, porque eu também sou humana e enfrento inúmeras delas, eu estar conseguindo vir aqui 2 vezes por semana no nosso encontro, tá bom? Bom, eu deixo a todos vocês a minha bênção.
Well, I leave you all my gypsy blessing and the protection of our Mother Santa Sarah, that she covers each one of you with her world, and that our Father in heaven has mercy on people. And may our brother Jesus Christ be present in the house of each one of you. Stay all in the light and see you Sunday. If God allows it and Santa Sarah blesses us. Gratitude, my loves.
Se Papai do Céu
Kisses from the gypsies.
nos abençoar. Gratidão, meus amores. Beijo da cigana. Tchau. que triste.